Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. And also check out, I offer astrology birth charts. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. And let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person. Alright, so let's do this. Well, you've got both you and your person coming out in your reading. Alright guys, so let's go for it, eh? Let's do this. I think for both you and your person, or how it's coming in, is that you both see those qualities that you want in a potential person, a potential partner, a lifetime partner here. You see it in each other. Alright, let's go. So you're coming in with the Empress here. The Empress is both Taurus and Libra, and it is ruled by Venus here. What I actually get here in your reading, it comes in as, not only do you see the potential in your person, but by recognizing that potential that your person has, you see your own true potential here. See, because you also have the Emperor, and the Emperor is Aries. I also see it as Aquarius, and Aries is ruled by Mars and Aquarius Uranus here. Here, the potential in each other here. But what it also talks about here is that there is that what you find about your person, and you know this is coming in as vice versa here, it motivates you, because I get here in your reading wanting to be a better version of yourself here, but also wanting to be a better person. See, like I said, you see your true potential here. You see what you can be, what you need to do in order to get there, to get to that point where you see yourself, well, this is both you and your person, as deserving. See, it also comes in with self here. You're coming in with value, worth, but it's all about self. Do you understand what I'm saying here? These are things that both you and your person recognize about yourself, but it's because you recognize your person. It comes in that way, because it also comes in as finding, I think the right word is finding here, this inner truth. See, of course, it is actually coming in as both negative and positive, because you definitely would have that or recognize that. This is both you and your person here, okay? You'd recognize that with yourself, but you don't see it when it comes to your person here. See, for both you and your person, like I said, you see the potential here in each other. You see your person's potential, like I mentioned in the former here. But because you see your person's potential, you see what you don't have. You see your own lack here. And it's the same for your person. I would get here, it's almost like you complement each other because of your faults. So, where you're not so strong, I don't have the right word is developed here. Do you understand? Your person is, and that's vice versa here. What they don't know, what they don't understand, you know and understand. That's how both these cards are coming in here. See, for your person, what it also talks about here is why they recognize you here. It's because of the relationships that they have built over their lifetime. So they already know what they want here, or they already know how to choose that, I want to say, perfect person in their eyes, in their mind here. And for you, and what it comes in here for you, why you recognize your person here, why you choose your person, because that's coming in as you choose each other here. It is the potential here, guys, but you also, it's also coming in here as you feel comfortable around your person. You feel at ease, you feel relaxed and calm. And that too may be about a comparison here, where you're comparing what it was like to be around potential partners in your lifetime here, your past partners, and how your person makes you feel. That's what I'm getting. So for both you and your person, there is a difference. And that difference is like, it's kind of stand out. It stands out here, guys. But what it can also talk about here is that you're both seen as very attractive and you both have options. That's what I'm getting. So let's go. Let's do this here in your reading. So let's come in with obstacles and challenges here. All right, guys. All right. So you're coming in with the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo. It is ruled by Mercury. And so you're coming in with your 6th house here. All right. here in your reading. See, I get here with the Hermit card for your person. It came down to, now of course this is both you and your person, there was a lot of reflection, inner work here, introspection here. There was a lot of time put into that here. See, this is talking about here in your reading, not just rushing in, not just jumping straight into it here and making a choice and figuring out along the way. What I get here is that it was about how was it going to work. That's what I'm also getting. But it also comes in as, you know how I spoke about here in your reading, when you saw the potential, this is both you and your person, when you saw the potential in your person, it made you recognize certain things within yourself that were lack here. And this can come in as confidence, low self-esteem here. It could also come in as patterns and habits. All right, guys, and negative attachments. See, what this Hermit card is talking about here is that realization here. And really thinking about here, guys, and taking action on. Here, I know you're coming in with solitude, you're coming in with the Hermit card, but what it can talk about there is learning and putting it into practice, to change here. All right, but this is a solo journey when you come in with the Hermit here. And it's not about kind of telling your person or showing your person, hey, I've made these changes. It comes in here as, yeah, I know I need to make these changes. I know I need to do that. But I want to be better, because I spoke about that better version. I want to be better before I go towards my person. I want to be ready for it here, ready for whatever comes. Do you understand? As opposed to just jumping in there. This is both you and your person, just jumping in there and figuring out along the way. This is coming in as, well, I want to figure myself out. And then I'll figure out how the relationship goes, coming in with the Hermit here. See, this is talking about how you recognized your person, but also what you found out about yourself, your true self. There was, confronting that fear and those negatives here. So that it wasn't about, here in your reading, going towards your person with that fear here, with that lack, with those negative attachments. Oh, it would have proven to be an obstacle and a challenge here. Well, what I'm getting there, why it's an obstacle and a challenge, is because you wanted it so much. You wanted to be ready for it. This is both you and your person. And it would have been, may have seen yourself as a hindrance here. I get here in your reading, the Hermit card was necessary, was pivotal, not so much for the relationship here, okay, but for yourself here, so that you can make the decision. Because with the Hermit card coming in here, okay, guys, it's about gaining that strength here to follow your passions and your desire. Yeah, and there would have been a lot of, I want to say, thinking thoughts. You're coming in with Mercury here, how the mind works, as well as the communication here in your reading. It's about being ready to communicate here as well. But it's about, well, in a way, getting straight to the point here. Now you're coming in with the King of Swords here in your reading. All right. See, it comes in as for the King of Swords here. The obstacle and the challenge is to actually say here what they want to say, what they truly want to say to you here, and not beat about the bush here or fluff about it, eh guys? Or fluff around here. But it also comes in as not being forceful, not being so direct or blunt here. That what, about what they are wanting here. But how can I come across? How can I come across towards you? See, it comes in as your person takes one step towards you, but they still have that fear, or that lack here, where they go back into this hermit mode, and it's proving to be an obstacle to actually come out of hermit mode and say to you what they truly want to say here. See, like I said, it's that learning. I do get here in your reading is your person learning to truly express the way in which they feel by way of communication here. But when you're coming in with the King of Swords, there's a lot of, well, it's logicating here. And I do get, for your person, they would have had to been able to logicate or think logically here, guys, but also come in with their emotions as well. Talk about how they are feeling here when it comes to you. And I do get here that there's a fear element for this person because of the truth. Alright guys, the truth about how they feel, it's coming in as an obstacle and a challenge. Now you're coming in with the Six of Cups, and this is what your person wants to talk about here, is how to build a relationship here in your reading, but also to talk about love, true and real love, passion and desire here. And when you come in with the King of Swords here, they're not forthcoming here when it comes to their feelings. And in a way, they're just not wired that way. But here in your reading, it is something that your person wants to do here, because even though they're coming in as a King of Swords, for your person, for this Emperor guy, their emotions and their feelings, it's like it dictates to your person. And I do get, if they don't get it out, it proves to be very uncomfortable. See, I get here, they're used to containing and holding on to their true feelings here. Okay, they've become used to, it's normal not to speak from the heart, not to express here how they are feeling when it comes to you. But what your reading is talking about here is that here, the obstacle and the challenge for your person here is, I don't know how to say it, but it's like they have to deal with non-expression. They have to deal with it, and I don't think your person likes doing that here, because like I said, they come in as they're quite logical, and they can't logicate. Well, the King of Swords, their emotions here, they can't contain it. They can't make sense of it by their mind, by their thoughts, and the way in which they are thinking here. Oh, I get here in your reading, your person finally sees the value of emotions and feelings. I think they finally see that here. All right, so let's come in with the potential outcome. So you have the Eight of Cups. Oh, sorry, you have the Ace of Cups. You have the Ten of Swords. And you are also coming in with the Sun card here. Now, the Sun card is ruled by Leo. Here, guys, okay? And Leo rules your 5th house of pleasure and happiness. Here, happiness. All right? Passion and desire. It's what I get here is that your person is constantly reminded about how they feel about you here. And what I get here is that your person gets intuitive nudges and they don't like it. Because the truth here in your reading is that this King of Swords, Emperor guy, here, you're coming in with Libra because Mars is in Libra at this point in time. Okay, guys? This person is in love here. This person wants to return. But I spoke about here the Hermit. And I get here in your reading is that that is what your person is doing here. And so when it comes to the Hermit card here, guys, it's not like your person is closed off from everybody here. All right. Or they have isolated themselves from their environment here. What it talks about here in your reading is that your person is learning more about themselves. And the more that your person learns, the more they are in regret. That's what I'm getting. It comes in as, well, I want to say hopelessness, but it's actually misery. Because coming in with the Ten of Swords, it comes, yeah, of course it talks about lessons, learning your lessons here, guys. And for your person, what they're learning is that they don't listen to their emotions. Here. Here. They get a feeling. I'd say, okay, guys, they get this overwhelming happiness, all right? But it's what they do with that happiness here. And so what they could do here, guys, is that they go in another direction. They do something completely different. But it's because they are so logical here. They logicate the way in which they're feeling here. And what it's also teaching your person, I do get that here in your reading, especially coming in with the Hermit. What it does teach your person here is about, it's like the correct action. Take the correct action here. And that's the truth. The truth, there's a lot to say in terms of the truth when it comes to your reading. Here. See, it's finally figuring out here, or even pinpointing for your person what truly makes them happy. But it also talks about here in your reading, what is happiness? What is inner happiness? What is that feeling here? And where has it gone? Now let's come in with, did I show you your cards? You have the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords, I think I have, and you have the Sun card. That Sun card is everything that I spoke about here in your reading. Alright, so let's come in with the advice card. The Hanged Man. I think I spoke about the Hanged Man here in your reading. Yeah. This is talking about your person's wants and desires here. This also talks about here in your reading what your person needs. It's like what they need to do here. What you may need to do here, guys. See, I'm not saying your person needs to stop logicating. Alright, guys. So that they can follow their intuition here and their heart, their desire. Okay? What it talks about here in your reading is that your person knows. They definitely know here. Alright? Now they have to take the action. And it comes down to self-expression. That's what I'm getting. Alright? Okay, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.